welcome into Rock Painting 101. Got a little bit of a different setup going on today. If you follow the page, you know I'm in the process of relocating with my whole family, and so I've got a different setup today. I'm outside, I've got some fresh air and a pretty breeze. You can actually hear some birds chirping from time to time. It's actually quite comfortable. Only drawback is I don't have my computer nearby, so I'll do my best to kind of keep an eye on the camera for comments. But welcome in, say hello, we're glad you're here. I'm working on something a little bit different and unique for our rainbow prompt this week. Now, just because it says rainbow doesn't mean it actually has to be a literal rainbow. I was thinking I could do something a little fun, different, more of a geometric style rainbow. All you have to do is use your rainbow colors, right? So I'm just using the edge. This is the backing from like a pad of notebook paper. It's perfect for making a little bit of a ruler that can you can press it down to create an edge on a rock, because a ruler is not going to quite bend unless you have a bendy ruler, you know, to give yourself some guidelines. Now, if you get a couple that are messed up, it's okay, because we're going to go in with color next. So I'm just going right now with vertical lines, and I just kind of go like this along the edge of my paper and try to get some of that off. See, hear a motorcycle go by? I told you I'm outside. And if you need to, at any point in time, you can turn it if it's starting to get too saturated so you're not pressing a bunch of black ink. I'm just going to start at the top now, and I'm just using a light touch with I'm using a 1M extra fine, and I'm just going to kind of start going this way now. There's no rules about how I'm doing these lines, but there are a couple things you want to try to accomplish. You can either go from left to right or top to bottom with your colors. So you do want to make sure that you have kind of 6 layers that you can do to spread your colors apart so that you can get that rainbow effect. And I also try to make sure I don't end up with too many really small triangles. So if you go through the center of your X's from time to time, that will help from getting an extremely small triangle there. See, so if you just kind of cut through the center every once in a while, and you just kind of play around and keep adding your lines all over your rock. Now this one is base coated white. You could do this on a raw rock as well. I'm trying to be extra light-handed with my pen. This rock is a little bumpy. I was at the very bottom of my bin when I was getting ready to move, and I grabbed a couple to bring with me on the road. I didn't want to buy a whole nother 5-gallon bucket and ask our movers to load that up. I already had moved quite a few rocks. So I'm just going to continue to do this. I see a few people coming in. Hi, Chris. Hi, Tanya. Good morning. Good morning some places. Good afternoon other places, I believe, as well. So I'm just getting started. If you're joining in, I'm giving myself some guidelines so that I can make this fun geometric style rainbow. And I'll show you what I mean by how much you want to cut this up. So see, I've got this piece here. I'm going to kind of keep rubbing it. I can use a different edge so that I don't press any black on. So from left to right, I don't like to go in the areas that don't have a complete shape. So as of right now, I kind of got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So I could do it left to right at this point in time. If you were going up and down, you maybe have red, orange, yellow, maybe to green. So I want my red at the top, purple at the bottom on this one. So I'm going to split it up a few more times, just so that I can have it go top to bottom. Because even though it's abstract on this one, I kind of want to have it almost have that rainbow top to bottom look on it. So I'm just going to go through here and add a few more horizontal lines. And again, I'm just using the back from a notepad. And I am outside, so you hear some traffic going by a little bit. So it's a great day to be out, getting some fresh air and painting some rocks. So people are going to be out hiding and seeking rocks in droves here soon. So I've got quite a few to hide. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna kind of double check here and make sure I've got enough one more time. So I've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. I'm close. Let me do one more here. We'll just do one this way. Well, if I just add one here at this bottom, I think I might add enough that I can do purple. And you can always add in more lines if you need them. So we've got our basic concept here. And then we're just gonna start coming in with our colors and picking and choosing. Now, since you're working right on the white rock, you usually will only need one coat of your color. With the pens, if it ever looks watery when you're putting it on your rock, just give it an extra shake. Every once in a while, if they've sat a little bit too long, they'll start to almost get a bit watery. So I'm just gonna start at the top, and I'm just gonna add a couple, almost a line, without being a straight line, of red along the top. And I will go back and touch up a little bit of the black lines when I'm done, so I don't overthink it. And obviously, I always tell you this, when you're not painting with the timer ticking, like when I'm doing lives, you can take your time, you know, less time coloring them in or touching up at the end if you take more time to color them in. So hello, Lori. You're all the way in Portland. I can't read the entire message if you're joining in a little bit late. I got a different setup today. I'm in the process of moving, so I only have my phone, and I actually have it clipped to the shutter on the side of my sister's house. Isn't that kind of fun? But it's working out great, and it's a beautiful day. So I'm getting some fresh air while I get to paint rocks today for you all. So I thought I had to sneak on at least once here and bring you something rainbow related for this week's prompt. So I'm just gonna work my way across here. So we've got red all the way from left to right. And I'm not making it in necessarily an arch like a typical rainbow would be. I think I want to do these two here, red. Well, let's see here. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Yeah, I have plenty of space. You just want to make sure you're going to be able to get a little bit of each color. And you could go left to right like I did on this rock if you're worried about space, or top to bottom. But I like having the colors kind of go into each other's space a little bit. So I'm going to leave a couple of these pieces where the orange will kind of tuck into where the red is at. Makes it a little bit more interesting. Got that. I haven't used my pens in a couple days here. Just want to make sure they're nice and ready to go. So we'll go ahead and do orange. Same way we did the red. And I'm using my extra fine tips for all of these just because some of these little triangles are pretty tiny. And to get in there, the tip is good. If you have a really large rock, you could definitely use your fine tips, but these are the 1Ms. Get that in there like that. And then I'll go back after I get all the color on here and add to those black lines. It really makes the colors pop to have that solid black line in between them. Like so. Fill that in. There we go. So I'm curious, has anybody been out hiding and hunting rocks yet this season? I know a lot of people have been stuck inside in the cool weather. Spring was playing basically peekaboo all across the country, it seemed. It was showing its face, and then it would rain or snow. I feel like it might finally be here to stay, but you never know. But I think today would be a lovely day to take the kids out hunting for rocks. I'm curious if you've been out with your your kids or your grandkids hiding and hunting rocks yet, or you just got a huge stockpile of them waiting to go, because that's kind of where I'm at. I've been hiding them on my trip. I've got quite a few still left in a box on the floor of my front seat. Luckily the weather's finally getting nice enough that you can hide them. Hide them without, excuse me, my phone had a notification. Hide them without them getting snowed on. There we go. Got a little sloppy on that one. I'll have to clean that one up. So you get the idea. We're just gonna work our way through each of these colors until there's a little pop of each color from top to bottom. So we're going with green. And I like to leave the edges untouched. I could probably have put another line there, but I like to leave where it's not a complete shape open. Oh, Paula, you've got 150 rocks to drop. See, that's kind of how I feel. It's like the anticipation to get out, and I'm excited because I'm going to be in a new area to see how much action the local rock group there gets. 150 rocks, that's probably more than I've got. And I love inspirational rocks for a recovery center, and it's amazing. That's a wonderful idea. There's so many ways that you can spread joy with your talent. And to me, sitting down and painting a rock can just help me relax. I know a lot of people find it relaxing. So this one is, there's no rules to this one, so I thought it was a fun one to add into the mix. And obviously I'm going a little quicker, like I said before. Take your time filling these in. I'm going to be touching this one up a little bit after we get off. I just want to get this color on so you can kind of get the whole gist of it. And then kind of touch up a couple areas so that you can see. And then we'll get out of here. So I got 2 more colors to go, blue and purple. So just go right in. And again, if it ever looks watery, see that blue I just did on my piece of paper looks a little watery. I should have shook them all up before I got started. Sometimes, you know, I got excited to hop on. I had the opportunity. Sometimes they don't last long. The little kids are inside for me for just a little bit. There we go. A little spot there. I'm going to do these. I only have 1 more color left to go, so I can fill in this one blue too. And we'll do purple along the base. And I don't think I'm going to do all of this because I'm starting to find myself to be rushing a little bit. So I'm going to do just these 2. And I'm just going to finish up the left side of the rock basically here live with you. And then I will go on and share the finished rock when it's all done, because I think you get the idea of how to complete this. So you go in with your last color along the bottom, the purple, just like so. And then as this all dries up, see, I should have shook the purple a little more. You see the difference there? You can see that it's a little bit translucent. That means it needed to be shook up a little bit more. So once your colors start drying, you can come back through with your black and really help them separate and pop. So I'm going to just do this first row here because I have all 6 colors. And I know technically there's indigo and a rainbow as well. But just do little sections at a time. Little short lines. It really makes the colors pop. To have that black in between, like that. See? Then we'll do this horizontal line here. like that. We'll get this little green triangle there. Let's finish the other side of this row of shapes so you can really see all the different colors. Part there. And look, I think I could actually add a little red one in there. So just like that. So you continue the process once your rock is completely full of color, and just clean up your lines a little bit once it's dry. And it really is a fun, unique looking rock. Has a stained glass feel, really geometric looking. And it will turn out really cute. So here's the finished one that I have from before. This one I did left to right. So you can do left to right, turn it this way, I guess it's up and down. Any way you want to work on this. So when I'm all finished with this rock, I'll come and share it in the comments. And I can't wait to see if some of you guys give this one a try. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. I should be set up sometime midweek at my new place. So next week will be a little bit slow on the page. So I apologize for that, but we'll get things up and running and back to normal here really soon. So thank you everybody for joining in live. Bye.